So let's continue the conversation about personal power, especially as it's related to religion and spirituality, because that's where most of us get hung up. The truth is that none of us are born a certain religion. None of us are born a certain political persuasion. None of us are really born anything other than ourselves. And a lot of times we don't know who that is because we are kind of navigating through life with ideas that other people have given us, beliefs that other people have given us. And those things are there for a reason, but in order to take back our personal power, we have to be willing to examine all of those thoughts and feelings and beliefs that were given to us and ask ourselves, do I really feel that way? Do I really think that way? Does it make me feel good to think that way? Does it serve me in my life? Do I really believe these things that I was taught to believe? Again, are they serving me in my life? Are they contributing positively to my life? Or are they causing me some measure of suffering? So just the simple act of sitting down and asking those questions, like, what do I feel about anything? You can ask yourself, how do you feel about politics? How do you feel about religion? How do you feel about personal relationships? How do you feel about work? Just the act of asking yourself questions, and it's called self-examination. We sit down and we get curious about who we really are and what we really think and what we really believe and how we really feel. And that helps us discover things that maybe we didn't know. And it also helps us let go of some of the things that are causing us pain in our life and we don't even realize it. A lot of the beliefs and thoughts and feelings that we're carrying around aren't even ours. So it makes sense that if those thoughts and feelings and beliefs that you've been carrying are not in alignment with who you really are and who you were born to be, that you would feel some sort of disconnect or suffering because of it. So the key to all of this, the thing that we want to spend time doing, is uncovering the truth. Uncovering the truth about who we were when we were born, before everybody sort of had their say, before everybody had their influence on us. And whether we want to keep believing those things or whether we want to approach life with our own views about things. This is, it's a simple process to do, but it's not always easy, because a lot of us were taught that if our family thinks or feels or believes a certain way, that if we don't do that, that there's a disloyalty, there's and even a feeling of I'm wrong and they're right. So those are kind of the complications that go along with this self-examination. But it's so important that we do this, because living a life that is not in alignment with who you really are will cause you an awful lot of suffering, and it's needless suffering. So the best thing you can do is be brave enough to at least start asking questions about who you really are, and sit down with a pen and paper and just start diving in. Just start asking the questions, answering the questions, and you will feel some resistance. And it's natural to feel that resistance. And that's a childhood issue that we'll go into at another point. But for now, just give yourself some space to at least be curious about who you really are, and take the time to write it down and to explore. And we'll talk more in the next video about where you can take that information and how you can use it to just feel better about your life and maybe eventually make some changes.